Hello friends, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Sana, mrs.perfectly.imperfect.keto, where being perfect is overrated and being imperfect is appreciated. Today is Thursday, April 6th. It is a really exciting day in our household because we do not homeschool on Fridays, and starting today, right after homeschooling today, we started our spring break. So our local public school, they did their spring break in March, and we tried to go according to an opposing schedule compared to what the public school holidays are, what days they're observing. It allows us to really fully enjoy our spring break because when we go to the parks or if we go to anywhere public, it is not jam-packed. We can fully enjoy it as homeschoolers. So it is so exciting that starting today, I get to have some full relaxation and a much needed break. A much needed break. So I'm gonna go in with my dinner preparation a little bit early. So currently right now, it is almost 3 p.m. So it's 2:55 currently right now. What I simply did was, I have these salmon fillets. So it comes bagged like this from Sam's Club. So, I mean, is this the best of the best? Probably not, because, you know, it is definitely farm raised. They did not have any wild caught, but this simply is 2.5 pounds. And it was roughly about $26. I want to say it was $26.98, but I could not find any wild salmon. I went to Sam's Club, Aldi. I was coming up short. So this is just going to have to do. So for that 2.5 pounds, so 2.5 pounds worth, we have 6 fillets that it actually gave us. So the package says it has about anywhere from 5 to 7 fillets. So we kind of scored really good with that because we were able to get 6. What I do, because they come in individual vacuum sealed packages, what I simply do, they do suggest taking them out of those vacuum sealed packages and simply allowing them to thaw or defrost out of the packaging. What I like to do is I like to keep them in the packaging. I put them in a strainer with some cold running water, and I allow them to thaw out partially, so like halfway through. And on my sheet pan, I just put a piece of paper towel, put my fillets on it, and that way when it's defrosting in the refrigerator, it's not going to take as long to fully defrost. So these are completely fully defrosted, but they are still cold and cool because I simply allowed them to complete their thawing out in the refrigerator, because this is definitely seafood, it's fish. So we want to be really careful when it comes to our temperature. So I have here just the paper towel that all the moisture, when it defrosted, simply soaked up in. I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of parchment paper instead, because now we're going to get into our baking. So I have my oven preheating for 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And most definitely, I'm going to use my meat probe so I can make sure that when it comes to this fish, this seafood, that I am certainly going to cook it to the appropriate temperature. So I'm going to do a little bit of a variation. So I want to go in with, because I have not used it in a few days now. It's probably been about a week now, but I have not used the Slap Ya Mama seasoning. And as you all might have heard, I'm definitely trying to give myself time when it comes to adjusting with these seasonings that I'm introducing. So I'm going to go in with it because I have not done it in over a week. My kids, they do not want the Slap Your Mama seasoning. So for theirs, I'm going to go in with just some garlic powder as well as some salt. The Slap Your Mama seasoning, it does have salt already in it. Salt is the first ingredient, so I'm not going to need to add any salt to mine. And this fish, I'm going to have it simply be like a side dish. So I'm thinking of going in with some burger patties and having that simply be either a side dish to this, or the salmon would be the side dish. So I know it sounds kind of funny because now instead of having our veggies as our side dish, we have our side dish being our protein, being our meat. So just like when it comes to our steaks, we're going to want to season all sides. Make sure you are flavoring all your sides of your protein. You want every single bite to have flavor. I'm sure you don't want to take a bite and have any blandness. You definitely want to evenly have everything nicely flavored. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in with the salt. So I know I had gotten an email from someone, and I'm going to talk about it, but I don't want to discuss it for too long because for me, I appreciated this email, but then again, you know, I want you all to kind of know where my headspace is at as well, if you did not know already. So I had someone that emailed me, and it was a very sweet email. They basically were telling me that they appreciated my content, but they said that they were upset for me because they said that they thought my channel should be growing a lot more rapidly than it is. I don't feel that way. So I can definitely tell you all, I am just astonished for how many subscribers I have currently right now. I want to say the last time I looked at it, I believe I had 160 of you. And for me, that is amazing. It truly touches my heart because I definitely want to be able to inspire others that are going through struggle when it comes to their weight loss journey. You know, you could have been on this weight loss journey for a couple years like me. You know, I'm on this for over 4 years now. It's actually more than 4 years because the amount of times that I've tried to lose weight, because I've always been on the heavy side. So if we're talking about all these different times that I started weight loss programs or methods, it definitely is a lot longer than 4 years if you were to put all of those together. But I don't want any of you to feel sorry for me. I am happy. I am so happy. I am so blessed to connect with all of you, sharing your stories, all of you telling me you get inspired by me. That I can't even describe into words without getting emotional how much that means to me, because that is the sole purpose why I have this channel, why I continue to be myself and just keep it real with you all. And I'm just going to tell you, I do not get saddened by anything between if my channel is not growing quickly as some might expect. For me, I'm just going to keep on keeping on. And if I'm able to connect with more people in this community, it's going to absolutely touch my heart, because I want those that were feeling lost like me. I want those that were in a dark place like me. I want them to see someone like me, someone very real, someone that's putting everything out there transparently. I want them to be able to see they can do it too. As I told you all, I am no one special. I definitely have a complete workload on my hands. I homeschool my 2 children. One of them is 14, as I mentioned before, and he's pretty much independent with his homeschool work. He might ask me here and there for some help, but for the most part, he's very independent. When it comes to my newly 6-year-old, he is a whole nother story, but that's fine. He is 6 years old. That is to be expected. He's going to need my help and my guidance because this is his first year homeschooling. So I'm not mad at it. Yes, does it get to be a little frustrating? Yes, but no way, no shape or form do I take that frustration out on him. This is what we have decided to do for our children. And I ask my kids, as we're going throughout the school year, if they want to continue homeschooling or if they want to go to public school. And so far, they both are happy and they are overjoyed with being homeschoolers. So we're just going to keep on keeping on with that. But I just wanted to address that email because do not any one of you feel sorry for me. I am so happy that I'm able to start this channel. I'm so happy that I'm able to keep consistent like I am and to just share with you all, to be able to be in a headspace now where I'm capable and I'm able to just share my journey with you all. So please do not burden yourself with that. I am certainly not burdening myself with that. I do not compete with anyone. I'm going to tell you that right now. I do not look at any other subscriber numbers. Only if a channel was to mention they hit a milestone amount of subscribers do I notice. I do not compare my subscriber amount with any other channels. I am so happy for anyone else in the community that is having and experiencing growth with their channel, because to have a channel, it does take a lot of hard work. A lot of work goes in behind the scenes, for sure it does. So if anyone's channel numbers, subscribers are growing, I'm so happy and I'm so overjoyed for them. And I really think that that's what we need to focus on. We need to change our perspective in the community. And it's the same goes for your weight loss and your better health goals. Do not compare your journey with anybody else's journey. So it is the same type of scenario. Focus on you. Do what you need to do for yourself. Because a lot of times while we're worrying about somebody else, guess what? Our plate is sitting empty. We need to make sure we are taking care of ourselves. Think of yourself. Don't worry about everybody else. Because guess what? Everybody else is going to come to the point where they're going to do for them. We have to put ourselves first. So I just wanted to address that. I don't want to spend any much more time on it. But let me go ahead and show you all. So simply what I did was I just seasoned 3 of the salmon fillets here with the Slap Ya Mama seasoning. The others just simply have the salt as well as the garlic powder. And then what I'm going to do next, because this definitely can dry out with baking time. So let me go ahead and get a stick of butter. I'm also going to grab my meat probe while I'm at it. All right. So now that we have everything we need, I'm going to go ahead and add some pats of butter. Because what is going to happen is as this is getting heated in the oven, obviously heat is going to melt things. So what we want to do is we want to add some butter, because it is not only going to keep this salmon nicely baked with some really good juiciness, it is going to flavor this salmon as well. So this is just some unsalted butter that I'm using. For me, I prefer using unsalted because I want to be able to have control of the salts. So sometimes if you use a salted butter, you have to be more careful when it comes to the seasoning of salt, because you definitely don't want to over salt anything as well. All right, so that looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this butter myself. There's like 1 tablespoon of butter, and I'm gonna make sure to enjoy it. So let me know if you are a butter eater and you enjoy eating it on its own. Let me know if you got to that point in your carnivore journey, because I can definitely tell you I absolutely love butter. Even throughout my ketogenic way of eating, I absolutely loved butter, because a few months into my ketogenic way of eating, butter started to taste so sweet to me, so absolutely sweet, and it was just amazing to have it be like a sweet treat and to be something that is still healthy. You know, I'm not eating anything sweet or anything that has sugar in it. We are having our fat, we're having our butter. So definitely drop it in the comments if you experience that as well, because I would be interested to know where you're at in your carnivore journey when it comes to butter. All right, so we are all set. Earlier, our oven beeped. You all might have heard it. So I'm gonna simply just put this in the oven. I have my meat probe set for fish, so it's 145 degrees Fahrenheit that we are gonna look for, and it's going to sound off and beep. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in here. And the probe is just gonna sit there. So that is simply what I'm going in with for part of my 1 meal a day dinner. I'm going to just air fry some burger patties. It's still a little bit early. The salmon is going to take some time. So generally it can take anywhere from 8 minutes to 12 minutes depending on the size of the salmon. So I'm going to allow these to cook and bake. Once they come out, I'm going to show you all. And once I get done with that, of course, when I get my hunger cue kicking in for my 1 meal a day dinner, I will definitely show you all, as always, my plating up. Stay tuned, friends. All right, friends, my timer for the meat probe just went off. So let's go ahead and take this out now. All right, so it looks good. So as you can see, I have the ones for my kids. That was simply just the salt, the garlic powder. I did put a little bit of parsley on theirs, and I do have those ones there with the Slap Ya Mama seasoning. So this did not take any time at all. I want to say it took about 9 to 10 minutes. It was very, very quick. So most definitely, if you have short time due to work, children, whatever it may be, you can still get this done. All right, my plating up is next. All right, friends, I do have my dinner now plated up. So I have 3 salted air fried burger patties, and I do have the salmon here that we had baked with that Slap Ya Mama seasoning and the butter. And in this serving dish, I actually have some of the leftover hollandaise sauce that I did from the other day. So it basically became like the texture of mayonnaise. So I'm going to definitely enjoy that as a dipping sauce with this salmon as well as these burger patties. So I'm going to go ahead and dig in while this is still all hot. I want to thank you all for joining me on this Thursday. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. Take care, friends.